Okay, good morning again. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today we were in this, yesterday we stopped at this question, right? We have already solved this, but before we move on to the next question, let me quickly show you another method to solve this question. This another shortcut to solve this question. So here I'm going to take yesterday I took this, I considered the age of the two brothers as A and B, the elder brother as A and then the younger brother as B. But one another method is I'm going to take the elder brother as E and then the younger brother as Y. Y for younger, E for elder. And so for 6 years back, 6 years back, as given in the question, 6 years back. And then the ratio is 3:1. If you look at the question, the difference between their age is 16. And then 16, if the difference between their age is 16, then 16 is a multiple of which number? You have to think that 16 is a multiple of which number? So, and then although the 16 is a multiple of 2, 4, and 8, if I take 2, then according to this condition, if I take the value of x as 2, then here even if I multiply this 3 into 2 times and then this into 2 times, I will not get the difference of 16. Same with 4. Even if I take 4 3 times, still it becomes 12. So cannot get the difference of 16. So now the next multiple of the number 16 is 8. This is purely by guessing. There is no formula for this. Just you can guess the answers in this type of question also. So I'm just trying to show you that method also. So you consider the number 8. I'm not sure whether this will be the answer or not, but this is, let us consider x to be 8 here. And so if we take 8, then this 3x and 1x, this becomes 8 3 times, it becomes 24, and then 8 1 is 8. So after this, since this is 6 years back, the ratio is 6 years back. For the 6 years back, elder was thrice the age of younger man. The ratio is for the 6 years back. So to calculate for the present age, you have to add 8 to both the numbers. And so 24 plus 8, and then, sorry, 6 years. So this is 6, and then this becomes 8 plus 6. This becomes 30, and then this is 14. We have to get the difference of 16. So if you subtract the edge of this from this, you still get 30 minus 14 is, you still get the answer as 16. So you can either go for this method or the first method that I showed you yesterday. Moving on to the next question, we have here 8 years back, the father's age was 4 times the age of his son. 8 years hence, the father's age will become twice the age of his son. Find the present age of the father. Like we have been doing, we have to interpret this question into a mathematical expression. So first, consider any letter to use this for the father's age. I'll take it as A. So 8 years back, which means A minus 8. This is 8 years back. This is the, okay, for before that, so With this, we're going to take A as the age of the father and B as the age of the son. So the first condition is this equals 4 times here, 4 times the age of his son. So this becomes 4 times the age of his son, but that was 8 years ago. This becomes our first line. And for the second condition, before I do the further steps, let us write the second condition as well. 8 years hence. As in 8 years into the future. So this will become taking the same A for the age of the father, 8 years into the future. So 8, A plus 8 will become twice the age of his son. 2 times 2 times B. Since future we have to add, so B plus 8. This becomes the interpretation of our question into the expression that we need to solve the question. So after this, let's open up the bracket. Here, A minus 8 equal 4 times B. This will become 4B minus, as it is, and then 4 8 times, that is 32. Likewise, 2 times B is 2B plus 2 times 8 is 16. Next, I'm going to take, in this first condition, I'm going to take the letters into the left hand side and then the numbers into the right hand side. So this becomes this if I take it to the left hand side, this becomes negative. So minus 4B and then minus 32 as it is. This minus 8, I take it to the right hand side, becomes plus 8. And so this, you just leave this equation like this for now, and for the right hand side again, I am going to do the same thing. A minus 2B equals plus 16, and then you take this plus 8 into the right hand side, becomes minus 8. So this is A minus 4B equals minus 32 plus 8 is minus 24, and this A minus 2B, 16 minus 8, 8. Consider this as equation 1 and equation 2. So now we have to subtract this equation 2. I'll just write it here. From 1. Yesterday I was not writing this down, but what I did in the last few questions that I solved yesterday, I was doing the same thing, subtracting this 2 from 1. So this becomes, I'll just rewrite the whole thing here. A minus 4B equals minus 24, and then bringing this down, we are going to subtract this one. So bringing this down, I write this as A minus 2B equal 8. And since you are going to subtract, the sign will change. This plus A will become minus, minus 2B will become plus, this change into negative sign. What we get here is Plus a and minus a get cancelled. Minus 4b plus 2b will give you minus 2b equal this minus and minus sign will remain the same, but you have to add the number. So this becomes 32 again. So now we can cancel this negative sign since we have negative on both sides. So 2b equals 32 and then b equals 32. You take this is a multiplication, so you take this into the right hand side. This will become division and we will get 16. So b is equal to 16. For b we got 16. Now you take this b and then you substitute here in this equation 2. Substituting the value of this in equation 2, we get a minus 2b. This is 2. So 2 times b, 2 times b is 16. So if you do this, it will give you 8. A minus 16 into 2 times here 32 gives you 8. A equals to 8. This negative you take it into the right hand side becomes 32. So the age of A is 40. 40 is the age of A. This is the present age. The present age of B and A. Now we have the present age of B and A here. What was our question? Our question was find the present age of the father. Age of the father we took is A. So the age of the father, the present age of the father is 40 years. Now let us see whether our answer is telling with the condition, other condition, satisfying the condition given in the question. So in order to check that, what was our condition? 8 years back, age of the father should be four times the age of the son, and then 8 years into the future, the father's age should be 2 times the age of the son. So let us check the first condition. This is not necessary. If you have time, you check. If not, whatever you get the answer, you accordingly you tick your option in exam. But for now, since we have enough time, I'll check this. For the 8 years back, it should be father's age equals to 40 years, 8 years back minus 8. The son's age, we took it as B equal to 16 years minus 8. What are we getting here? 8 is 32 and then B here is 8. 8. This, if you multiply this, if you look at this two number, this is, you can write it as 4. 4 times 8 is 32. And then 1. See, we're getting the ratio of 4 times the age of the first condition is 8 years. 8 years back, the father's age was 4 times the age of his son. So it satisfies the first condition. Now 8 years hence, the father's age will become twice the age of his son. So let us take the second condition. For the second condition, we have father's age, I'll just write directly 40 plus 8, and then the son's age. Present is 16. 8 years into the future, you add 8 again, so 48. And then here we have 24. So this becomes 24 into 2 times is 48. So we get the ratio 2:1. So our answer satisfies all the conditions given in the question. So our answer is correct, which means the age of the father, the present age is 40, whereas the present age of the son is 16 years. Moving on to the next question. A year ago, the ratio between the age of A and B was 6:7. After 4 years, the ratio between their age will become 7:8. By how many years is B older than A? I'll give you a minute if you can write this question into a mathematical expression. I'll give you a minute, so if anyone is done, you can unmute yourself and tell me the mathematical expression for this question. Okay, this question is a little different than all our previous questions, so I'll just do it here. So a year ago, which means n, a year, the condition is given along with the ratio. So for this type of question, you can write it as a year ago means a minus 1, and since we're going to write it in ratio, you just write below. And for B also, a year ago, so this, the ratio is 6. Here the ratio is 6:7. 6 is for A and then 7 is for B. So you can write this like this. You can write this like this, the ratio. And then you cross multiply these two. So this A into 7 becomes 7A. This will become 7A minus 1 into 7 minus 7 and the right hand side. B into 6 is 6 times B, and then minus 1 into 6 will give you minus 6. So I'll just leave it here for now, and then I'll write the next condition. After 4 years, the ratio between their age will become 7:8. So in order to write in this similar fashion, can anyone tell me what it will be? A, and then
4.
yes, A plus 4. Likewise, here also 4 years into the future, so B plus 4. And their given ratio is, which one should come up and which one should come in the numerator as per this given ratio?
7.
7/8.
Yes, 7/8. So you, like the first condition, you cross multiply these two. Doing the cross multiplication will give you A into 8 times, that is 8A, plus 8 4 times will give you 32. And then B 7 times, that is 7B, and then plus 7 4 times will give you 28. Here the signs are positive because even in the question here the sign is positive, and whereas in the left hand side of the two equation that I'm writing, it's negative because the sign here are negative, for those who are confused if there's any. So this, and then let us read the last part of our question once more. By how many years is B older than A? B is older than A, definitely. So if you write if you write a first and then you do this, a first and do this, the answer will give you negative. So you cannot be older than someone by a negative number. So in order to just straight away get the answer without having to go extra steps to get the correct answer, I'm going to write b first in the conditions, b minus a. I'm going to write this so that our answer we will get our answer directly. So keeping this last part of our question in mind, I'll just rearrange this, and then I'll write it as 6b minus 7a equal to minus 1. See, you can write this as, I'm going to erase this one, but I'm just going to show you here once. Minus, keeping the numbers on the left hand side, minus 7, this, so taking this minus 6 into the left hand side will become plus 6 equals, and then 6b on the right hand side it is, and then 7a you take it to the right hand side becomes minus 7a. So see, I'm just switching the side, taking all that is in the right hand side to the left hand side, and then all that is in the left hand side to the right hand side. I'm just doing this, so it's the same thing, so please don't get confused with that. Similarly, on the right hand side also, I'm going to write it as 7b minus 8a, which 7b minus this 7b as it is, and then taking this into the right hand side, 7a, and then 28 minus, wait, sorry, 32 minus, it should be 32 minus 28. So what we will get here is 7b minus 8a, that gives you 4. So you take this as one equation, then this as another equation. So we cannot proceed further after this since we have any other number to solve this with. So now, since this is a bigger number, the right hand side is consider this as 1 and this 2. Since the right hand side is the equation 2 has a bigger number, so now we will be taking this here. We will be subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. This will give you 6b minus 7a equal minus 1. So since we are subtracting, you have to change the signs. This positive 6b will become negative, and then minus 7a will become plus 7a, and then this minus 1 will become plus 1. That gives you 7b minus 6b will be b, and then 8a minus 7a minus 8a plus 7a will give you minus a equal plus 4 plus 1, that will give you 5. So what was our question again? By how many years is B older than A? Earlier, I was telling you why I was writing this B first. So this is why. B, our answer was going to be B, the age of B minus A. And then the difference between their age. That was our question. And the answer is their difference is 5 years. So by 5 years, B is older than A. Quickly, another. If you cannot go by this method, by guessing, just purely by guessing, another method is our first condition is 6 is to 7. Our first condition. That is 1 year ago, 1 year ago. And then the ratio should be 6:7. And then here, okay, let's just assume a number. I'm going to straight away do with the correct number, but you can mess with different questions. I mean, different numbers if you don't know how to do it by the first method. So taking 5, so this is the ratio, so there is x, the value of taking the value of x as 5, this becomes 6 times 5 becomes 30, and then 7 times 5 is 35. So this is 1 year ago, this is their age 1 year ago, a year ago. So the present age should be plus 1. You have to add 1 to both for the present age. So 31 and then 36. And the second condition is after 4 years. After 4 years. So you add another 4 here and 4 here. So this becomes 35:40. And so using the same number, this x, what ratio are we getting here? The ratio we're getting here is 7:8. See, so this satisfies both the condition. The ratio 6 times 6:7 and then 7:8. If you go by, if you use the value of x as 5, then here after 1 year, as well as after the present age, as well as before a 1 year before this present age, we are getting the value as given in the question. So the value of x here is 5, which means the difference in their age is 5, and so b is older than a by 5 years. So you can also use this method if you know how to apply this method. Okay, the next question. 6 years later, A's age will become 3/7 times the age of B. 10 years ago, the ratio between the age of A and B was 1:5. Find the present age of A. Once again, I'm going to leave you for a minute so that you can come up with a mathematical expression here. You can just try. You can be wrong, it's okay, but you try. We are coming to the end of our question as far as this topic is concerned, so you please try this one.
A plus 6 is equal to 3/7 times of B plus 6.
Anyone? Anyone, at least a line or two. It's okay, you can be wrong, it's fine. We are all here to learn, so it's fine. This is a foundation course. Anyone? Okay, I'll show you by the first method here. 6 years later, SH, which means A plus 6, since this is 6 years later, will become 3/7 times. 3/7 times, that is 3/7 times the age of B. B plus 6. Although here is age of B and then there is full stop. 10 years later, 10 years ago, so which means this is a different condition. The second condition, our first condition is this, our first condition. This is our first condition. So let us write further, and then you cross multiply this and this on the right hand side. So you here you'll get a into 7 times a 7 times become 7a plus 7 6 times is 42 and on the right hand side I'm just going to try another way. Is it okay if I use it like this, or you prefer the first one?
First one.
Okay. Okay, so 7 plus 42 equals, on the right hand side, 3 times this b, 3 times this b give you 3b, 3 times 6 plus, and then this 3 is 18. So I'm going to do the same thing, take the letters into the left hand side, 7a, this, if it goes to the left hand side, becomes minus 3b equal 18 minus, you take this 42 into the right hand side, will give you minus 42. So here we will get 7a minus 3b equal 18 minus 42 will give you minus 24. 18 minus 43 give you minus 24. So leave it as it is for now. This, you consider this as equation 1. We cannot deduce this further without writing down the second condition. So second condition is 10 years ago. 10 years ago, the condition is, since the ratio is given here, we are going to write this as 10 years ago, so a minus 10 and then b minus 10. This gives you the ratio here 1:5. You cross multiply this again, this will give you 5a minus 10 5 times give you 50 equal 1. Since we're going to multiply this with 1, so this will remain as it is, like this. So you just reduce this one step further, and this will give you 5a, take this b to the left hand side, minus b equal to minus 10, and then this minus 50, if it goes to the right hand side, becomes plus 50. So 5a minus b equal to 40. This is our condition. Now we have to subtract. This is a lesser number. Equation 2 is lesser than equation A, so you subtract equation 2 from 1. Here is how this will look like. Two 7a minus, I'm writing down equation 1 again here. And here 5a minus b equal 40. But let us read the question once more. Find the present age of A. Find the present age of A. Our question, the objective of our question is to find the present age of A. So we don't need B. Since our objective is to find the present age of A, we don't need B. So how do we cancel this B? Minus 3B, and then minus B. Although the sign will change, but there is one more step, so I'm not going to write that change in the sign right now. But how do we cancel this B without affecting A? So in order to do that, you have to multiply. If you multiply this equation with 3, although this 5A will become 15, and then this will become 3B, and then the sign will change into plus, so that we can cancel plus 3B and then plus 3B and then minus 3B. So this is how we're going to cancel this. So you multiply this with 3, this will give you 15A minus 3B equal to, you have to multiply both sides, the whole equation, with 3. So 40 into 3 times is 120. So now since we are subtracting, you have to change the signs as well. So this positive becomes negative, become positive, and this positive will again become negative. So now you ignore this part. This has been converted into this. So you subtract this and this. This will give you plus 7A minus 15A, give you minus 8A. And then we can cancel 3B, plus 3B and minus 3B. On the right hand side, you get minus 120 minus 24. Minus will remain as it is. And then 144. This will become 144. So same thing again. Since we have negative on both sides, you can cancel, and then A will become 144. This 8 goes to the right hand side, becomes the denominator. So this. You can quickly divide this and tell me the answer.
18, sir.
Okay, so 18 years. So here our question is the present age of A. So the present age of A we have here 18 years. Do you want me to show you another method for this question, or we can shall we move on to the next method? Next question, I mean.
Sure. Let's move to the next question.
Pardon?
Let's move to the next question, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I think that is all for this problem on edges. So this is one of the PYQ of 2021 previous year question. This is a very easy question comparing to the questions that we have been solving. So let's take a minute and solve this question. In which year was Rohan born? Is the question. And after this, we will move on to the next topic.
Rohan at present is 35 years younger to his mother. His brother Rohit was born in 1964 and is 35 years younger to his mother. What's wrong?
Anyone, just ignore these options for now and tell me the year in which he was born.
1954.
Yes. Can you please repeat your answer?
1954. 1954.
Yes, this is a very easy question comparing to the questions that I have prepared for you. So there's a 10 years difference between Rohan and Rohit. And if Rohit was born in 1964, for those not getting the answer, if, see, 35 years younger to mother, 25 years younger to mother, which means 10 years difference. So if the younger brother was born in 1964, then you have to go 10 years back. 10 years back, so that is 1954. But the actual question that was asked in the NPSC was both statement 1, this is statement 1, this is statement 2. Both statement 1 and 2 is required. Only 1 is required, only 2 is required, and then both statement 1 and 2 are insufficient. Those type of option. This is a statement based question. This was asked as a statement based question. So here our answer will be option A, B, C, or D.
Option A, sir.
Yes, so we need both the condition to get the answer. So this is our answer. So after, if you have any doubt after I finish all my topics, you can ask on any topic and then I'll discuss with you if we get time. For now, I'm not sure whether we'll get enough time to go through the ones I have covered over again. So now moving on to the next topic. For this topic, I want all of you to, I don't know whether you have been doing that, but I want all of you to have a pen and a paper or a notebook to note down the important formulas that I will be explaining this morning. So, okay, just before going to this topic, it's been 45 minutes, so we'll take a short break around 2 to 3 minutes. Let's be back in 2 to 3 minutes before I move on to this next topic.